Greetings, management scholars. I am Darren Terrio, and I am absolutely thrilled to be your instructor for our class this semester, Management 3661, Fundamentals of Management. And I emphasize the word our because truly this will be our class. I don't want it just to be one-way learning. I'm going to learn a lot from you, and hopefully you'll learn a lot from me this semester. So let's make this our class collectively together. And we're going to learn about one of the most fascinating elements of businesses, and that is management. That's why I'm so excited about this class, and hopefully you're going to be excited about it too. So quickly, I will tell you a little bit about me, and I'm going to hear a little bit about you that you'll post in D2L. I'm going to share a little bit with you about the course. I'll share also some resources that are available to you that I think will enhance the learning. And then finally, I'll share my contact information with you in case you have any questions along the way, and I'm sure you will. So a little bit about me. Believe it or not, my last name is pronounced Terrio. The French love, it's a French name, and the French love their silent letters, but all that is pronounced Terrio. Or I just go by Dr. T. And I was raised in Nashua, New Hampshire, just north of Boston. So maybe you catch the accent a little bit. I'm a big New England sports fan. I'll talk a little bit about that at the end. And I teach a number of classes in management, international business, strategic management. But my favorite classes to teach have to do with organizational behavior, fundamentals of management, and leadership. In leadership. These are the most fascinating elements of organizations to me, and quite frankly, of life. My professional experience: I'm a retired Army officer. I served 3 tours in Iraq, and I served for 23 years. My final Army assignment was at an HBCU in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Southern University. And what an amazing place Southern University is. So as I was wrapping up my Army career, I knew that I wanted to continue my post-Army career in higher education. And so I decided to pursue a PhD, which I completed at Kennesaw State. And because I'm so fascinated by leadership and organizational behavior, I decided to pursue my PhD in management. And here I am, now with you at University of North Georgia. It's my second semester, and my first semester at UNG was nothing short of spectacular. I really enjoyed the students, the energy that the students bring to the classroom, both in the in-person classes and the online classes. I'm very kind of blown away by my colleagues, how professional they are, the rest of the faculty and staff, who are honestly all here to support your learning and to support your growth and your development. That's what it's all about to me. I'm really big on family. I try to spend family time every opportunity I get. I've got 3 adult children who kind of help me stay plugged into what's going on. So maybe you're going to hear me use some terminology that you young people use. But I do try to stay plugged in that way. So don't be too surprised if you hear me throw some like kind of current terminology or slang out there throughout this course. Because I worked in some toxic organizations, even in my Army career, I can't stand that. Nobody should ever have to drive to work with a pit in their stomach because it's a toxic environment. And so I do work outside of the classroom to help organizations create healthier workspaces. I think organizations with a healthier climate are way more effective, way more efficient, and way more productive. And the workforce in general is going to be a lot more upbeat, motivated, and happy. I take mentoring, teaching, and developing students such as yourself very seriously. And so anything I can do to help you along the way, not just in our classroom, but even beyond, please let me do that. Some of my hobbies outside of the classroom: I'm still very active. I love to play sports. I like to watch sports, especially my Celtics, my Bruins, my Red Sox, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots, who are going to go write this down on a Super Bowl run this year. You heard it here first. I've been deployed to different places around the world. I mentioned Iraq, but I've been to other places too, in the Balkans, in Asia. and even in Europe. I was stationed in Germany for a while, and everywhere I've been, I've embraced the local culture. I've tried to learn the language. I've tried to, to eat the food and to get to know the local people as much as I could. And so I'm big on diversity, and I'm big about learning different cultures. So currently I'm learning Spanish. So if there's any Spanish speakers out there and you can help me out a little bit, gracias, muchas gracias. I'm learning the guitar a little bit, and most recently my family calls me a bird nerd, but I actually like to go bird watching. I like to set up the bird feeders in my backyard and see all these different birds come and go. It's pretty cool. Maybe not to you. It's probably not cool to you, but it's cool to me. All right. So that's enough about me. And so, but what you're going to do is in D2L, I want to know where you're from. I want to know what your major is. I want to know what hobbies and interests you have. I want to know if you've traveled around the U.S. or around the world, perhaps. And very importantly, I want to know what goals you have. Professional goals, personal goals. Hopefully you have goals. And if you don't have a goal or goals, that's okay. But by the end of the semester, even if we have to meet one-on-one, let's establish some goals for you, because I think goals are so important, because it gives you purpose, it gives you direction, it gives you a little bit more focus. If you're going to put a lot of hard work into something, shouldn't it be towards accomplishing something that you have defined and you've set like a goal? So I want to hear about your goals. For our course, we're going to use the Kanicki Management, a Practical Introduction textbook. You should see a link in D2L to help you get the textbook online. We're going to do a lot of these assignments in Connect. I get the sense, now that this is my second semester, but from last semester, I get the sense that UNG, a lot of the professors use Connect, so hopefully it's not your first time using Connect. If it is, and you're confused about it, reach out to me and I'll do my best to help you, or maybe you can talk to one of your classmates who has some experience using Connect and they can help you. For all the chapters, rather than post a full lecture online, I'll post what I call these spotlight videos that will highlight what I deem to be the more important elements of any given chapter. And I'll post those in D2L. And if you have any problems along the way, specifically any problems accessing the textbook, reach out to me so I can help. I'm here to help you and to support your learning. For our assignments, there's going to be 4 exams. Each exam will consist of 50 multiple choice questions, each worth 2 points. Each question is worth 2 points, so each exam will be worth 100 points. There will be a number of Connect assignments, readings, exercises, quizzes. There's going to be 3 management reflections, and then the project for this class is the management and media presentation, which I will tell you much more about later. I don't want this video to go too long. So more details to follow about these assignments in future videos. Some excellent resources that will help guide our class and to keep things current. You know, textbooks are only as current as the day they're printed or the day that they're updated if it's the e-version of the book. But I want to incorporate like things that are actually happening in the world today into our class that relate to the course content. So there may be some times when I refer you over to this thing called Morning Brew. And so here's the link to Morning Brew. So go ahead and click on that link or type that link in and set up your little daily morning brew. They're gonna send you the morning brew, each version of it every day to your email. All right, so listen, this is my most important thing, is supporting your learning. I see that this whole process throughout the entire course, it is you and me. It's not you against me, or it's me and you, not me against you. I want to see you learn and grow and develop. So this isn't some contentious thing. I'm here to support your learning. And so one thing I know for sure is that nothing in this class will be perfect. Although I may strive for perfection, I'm always going to fall a little bit short. So when you find something that is unclear or it's confusing or it doesn't make sense, like what is this? Don't struggle alone or don't feel like you got to try to figure it out. Send me a text. You've got my text right here. Give me a call. If you're going to call, please text me first and let me know your name and what section you're in so I know it's not a spam call. But reach out to me. Send me an email to my UNG email account right here, because I promise you one thing. If you're unsure about something or if something is unclear to you, it's probably unclear to somebody else in the class too. So let me know. I actually welcome this type of feedback so I can go in and clarify for the entire class. I don't want you trying to like beat your head against the wall because something just doesn't make sense. And I'm sure something or things along the way won't make sense. All right, well listen, that wraps up the quick course overview. Once again, I'm so excited to get to know you this semester. I'm excited to hear your thoughts through the management reflections and some of the other assignments. And I'm excited to see you grow and develop and learn more about management this semester. So any questions, don't hesitate, reach out, and I'm looking forward to it. Have a great day. Let's have a great semester. Go Nighthawks.